All right, y'all, this is question number 9 out of 4.10, and it's a two-part question, and the student actually already did the first part correct. So they were given the second derivative. They found the first derivative by taking the antiderivative of this and using that initial value. So now what we're going to do, we're looking for f of 3. In order for me to find f of 3, y'all, I need to find f of x. So the way we're going to find f of x is we're going to take the antiderivative of 3x squared over 2 minus 2x minus 3, all with respect to x, okay? So remember what we're going to do here. We're going to say, look, this is 3 over 2. We're going to add 1 to our exponent, and we're going to divide by that same number, okay? Minus 2, we're going to add 1 to our exponent. We're going to divide by that same number, minus a 3x, plus some constant. I'm going to call it d, y'all, okay? So now let's take a look here. This 3 and that 3 are going to cancel, and that 2 and that 2 are going to cancel. So we're going to have x to the third over 2 minus an x squared minus a 3x plus d. Okay? So this is my function f of x. Okay? Now we know that when x is 0, the y value is negative 6. So right here, y'all, I'm going to put a negative 6 equals. Everywhere I have an x, I'm going to put a 0. 0 to the third over 2 minus 0 squared, 3 times 0 plus d. Well, that's going to go to 0, that's going to go to 0, that's going to go to 0. So negative 6 is equal to d. Okay? So now we got our function f of x equals x to the third over 2 minus x squared minus 3x minus 6. Okay? There's my function. Now what we want to do, we want to find f of 3, okay? So y'all, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to have to use my calculator, okay? So I'm going to clear this out, go to my y equals, let me clear everything here. I'm going to enter that function, x to the third over 2. Okay, so we got x to the third, and I'll put it this way, y'all. I'll put a 0.5, that's over 2, right? X to the third, okay? What else do we have? A minus x squared, a minus x squared, a minus 3x, and a minus 6, okay? So there's my function, okay? Let's quit this. Let's go to our vars. We're going to evaluate our first function, and we evaluate this at 3, okay? So we're going to plug this in at 3, okay? And what I'm coming up with is a negative 10.5. So right here, y'all, I got a negative 10.5, okay? And all we did is enter this function into our calculator and then plug in the number 3, and we got a negative 10.5. Y'all got any questions? Let me know.